Alright guys, so we're about to install an aftermarket fenders for this 2014 Jeep Wrangler. So we are installing the what it's called the rivets. That's just a look, and this is one of the hardest parts because we have a very limited space right there. So he's grabbing the rivet with one hand with the pliers on one side, and on the other side, we're using this L type of wrench, and it's kind of complicated because you have to kind of hold it there and then turn it. So we're gonna install all of that on each one of the fenders, as you can see right there. Okay, as you can see, he's holding it on one side with the L screw, and with the pliers, very careful, you have to tighten it because these plastic things, they get damaged pretty quickly. And this is it, guys. They gotta be done like this on all of them. All right, so we're using the smallest screws there is on the kit that you're gonna be getting. 8 millimeters.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay. Alright guys, so we are removing the part of the fender, the old fender, and we're inside the fender. And as you can see, we're taking off those bolts. One, two, three, and we got some more somewhere around there. Yeah, 4 bolts. How many of you took?
All 4?
Oh, all 4 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, 5.
Alright, there's one more in there, on top of them. Remember, we're putting some aftermarket fenders. It also seems like. Como que tiene clips, ¿no, hijo? So in order to get the old one out of the original, we have to remove those plastic clips. Probably need a better screwdriver. Okay, so in order to remove the whole fender, we have to pull this cover down by pushing it, and there's a bolt inside too. Alright, inside there. I'm gonna show you once I remove this, alright? Okay, so we're removing the last bolt, which is hidden under the paneling. Right there. All the other ones, they are exposed, except that one. So once we remove that last bolt, we have to pull the fender to make the pins come out. So grab it from there to the front. 1, 2, 3. Pull 1, 2, 3.
Oh shit.
Disconnect it from over there. Come on. There, from there. We have to disconnect the light bulb. You push it right here, and then pull.
Where's the pull?
Okay. So we gotta pull the other one.
Oh shit.
There you go. Yeah, so the pins, some of them they break, some other don't, but supposedly we're not gonna be using that. It'll be nice if you can clean this a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's time to put the new fender, and all we have to do is match the holes, the ones that they match. Remember, this is an aftermarket. Now once you put the bolts inside, don't tighten them up. You tighten them up until you got all the bolts inside, believe me, because then it's gonna be a pain in the rectum to try to match the other holes. Okay, so you got the holes. Another thing that you gotta take in consideration, that you only have a very small spot in here to put your finger on it. Okay, the bolt itself is made so that you don't need a plier on the back. It's got little grooves which it holds into the metal. So once you put the finger like that on each one of the holes and you got the bolt, well, you got it made. So let's do it. I'm gonna start with one. We're gonna start with one on top, one of the middle ones, okay, which is that one. And well, right now I'm putting my hand to the back. Yeah, so that hole is gonna match.
No, primero va el tornillo y luego el
No, ya está ahí para que lo empiece a atornillar.
Where are you at though? I don't even know where you're at.
There we go. Okay, atornillalo. ¿Puedes darle vuelta?
Hold on, first start spinning the thing.
Okay, I got it spin.
Okay. ¿Ya está dentro?
So I got it with my finger. Now it's time to tighten them up with a ratchet a little bit, not all the way. And like that, all the holes, guys. I'm not gonna record each one of them, but so we already got one on top. Now we're gonna make one of the bottom corner ones of the vehicle. Okay, that way we can match all the holes accordingly. It's kind of hard to record this, but yeah, let's gonna do it. You see the hole right here? All right, and then we have to push this a little bit until we match it. Yeah, and I'm holding it with my hand. Do it with your hand first. All right. Okay, so on this one I have a little bit more space to turn it. Okay, all right, so we got that one. I'm gonna tighten them up just a little bit. Okay, that's good enough. Now we're gonna do the one at the bottom one and continue to install all the one. Oh, all right, guys. So now that we got all of them tight, there's one right here in the corner that is extremely hard to install, almost impossible, so that's just left alone. But all the rest of them, they're on it the way it's supposed to be. Now is the electrical part. We have two cables. That's how it came in, with this little box, and it's got a little tape so that way you can glue it somewhere around there. For that, we need to connect the light. We have to remove the cable light for the corner light and connect it back, and then do the electrical part, which I'll show you in a minute. So we connect the connection right here. Then we're gonna peel this off, take the light off. Okay. And we're gonna peel this off, and we're gonna go white and black, and that will take care of our business right here. Hold on. This is an easy way to peel these wires off. You get a good lighter. Okay. It's a little bit of wind. So once you get it going, just burn it, and with a fast action. One more time. You see how it peel off? And that's all we need. Alright, see that? Okay. Now we'll do the black one too. Okay. And now we got these two. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just gonna put black and black and white. Alright, I'm gonna time this thing really good. I actually like to solder things. I don't have the solder machine, but this is just a light, and I just want you to see it how I went around, and I try to put it as tight as it can be. And then we're gonna put a little piece of electrical tape. This tape is insulated. And we're gonna go around. And we just want to make sure that we don't leave any exposed wiring. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the white one, and that will be it on the connections. All right. The back is a little bit easier, guys. There's no bolts to take. All you have to do is push it out. It's all pins. Nothing hard to get on. It sounds a little bit weird, but anyway, there's no bolts holding the damn fender. So, alright guys, so now we're gonna do the one on the back. The one on the back, I thought it was harder, but it's actually it's a little bit easier. There is no bolts to remove. All you have to do is just pull it out, man. Break those pins. It'll be nice if they wouldn't break, but sometimes they break. I guess if you want to put it back, well, you just buy them. So let's do it, guys.
Whatever.
Okay.
Tripod now?
Yeah. So we're gonna pull it out. See that? Vale. 1, 2. That's it. See how I pull out? It sounds nasty, but it's just the pins breaking off. Nothing else. There you go. Comes out with the whole fender. We're gonna remove the old pins from there. And we're just gonna clean up a little bit in here so it's clean. Okay, I'll come back to you. All right, guys. So I want you to take a look at this. On these holes right here, you cannot put you cannot put the nut through the back because there is metal. Only on these 3 right here. Actually, there's only 2 in which you can put 2, and then the other ones you cannot. So your kit should have come with these little pins, in which you pop them in just like that. and then we're gonna put screws on it, and that will take care of that issue. All right, guys, and we just
¿Cuántos son los para acá?
push the pins. Esos de allá, todos esos, vele poniendo. And de aquí, ¿cuántos eran, hijo? ¿4?
Yeah.
Uno de estos dijimos que uno de arriba no. No, pues mira.
Hold on. Oh yeah, all 4 in the back. Yeah,
Okay.
all 4 in the back. Trying to compare it.
So we got the pins, the 2 for the screws, and we got it on it, guys. All we had to do is install the back fender. Yeah, what we do is we put the fender and we put a bolt on either one of the tops first, and then we continue with the screws. All right, guys, so this is what we do. No, esto va así.
Yeah.
Así.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it there.
It goes on top. So we're trying to match. To put at least one bolt. You have to push it in, maybe with a help, and use the other hand so that way you can put the bolt through the back. Got it?
Hold on.
Alright, so on the ones we put pins, as you can see right there, he's putting some screws with a washer. They're small screws. And we got those 2 bolts right here, as we mentioned it. The other ones, they just use screws. And once we get the screws, it's done, guys. So I'll come back to you. I'm gonna keep putting screws on this side. Okay, guys, the installation of the back fender is done. We're gonna mess with the electrical tomorrow, so we'll get that done. All right, but the installation is done. It's pretty easy. It's done, guys. Good.